Alright guys, today I'm going to talk about the President's Professional Program. So I guess you can see me clearly. Alright, so how do you succeed in the PYPP application? How do you go about, how do you succeed in it? If you're going to apply, how is it going to work for you? Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you today. Now, this PYPP is usually for those who apply in Liberia. Okay, so if you are a Liberian and you have interest in gaining access to public service, you can make use of the program as well. So how to succeed in the PYPP application, that's what we have here. I'm going to talk about it. Tips, secrets, and access to past questions as well. Okay, so I have it as science man, as you can see the top there. Alright, so science man. Alright, so what you will learn in this spectacular lesson. Number one, what is PYPP? You're going to know what is PYPP. Why PYPP? You're also going to know why should you apply to the PYPP. Preparing your application, shortlisting, aptitude test 1 and 2, and interview as well. So as I was saying, for the why, what is PYPP, you're going to know in depth what is this PYPP, why was it even founded, or what is the purpose in preparing your application, shortlisting, which is very important, the aptitude test, and the interview. Okay. All right. So what is PYPP? Okay, PYPP. What really is this PYPP? Okay, so we quickly want to find out. The PYPP represents, or it means, the President's Young Professionals Program. That is the meaning of the PYPP. It was founded in 2009. And what are some of the things that people think about it? Because it's PYPP, so that it belongs to a specific government. Okay, but this is not true. Actually, it is an NGO with the focus of improving government agencies and ministries. That's the purpose of the PYPP. You need another mystery or myth about it is that, or stereotype is, you need to talk with somebody or know someone from the PYPP before you can be successful. This is wrong. The PYPP is merit based, so you just have to be strong enough. You have to apply, trust the strength, and apply. Okay. So the next thing we'll look at will be why the PYPP. And let's first look at the benefits of the PYPP. There's a kind of selection, it's merit-based, okay? Intensive job readiness training, that's free of charge, you don't pay a dime for it. The mentorship with seasoned career development experts, that is you are mentored, okay, with career development experts. A very impressive entry-level salary, you get something quite impressive after your undergraduate. You might want to, for your studies or something you want to work, this is a very good way to start with the PYPP as well. So one thing you gotta be very careful about is there are other job seeking means. The selection may not be merit based as well, and as you can see there. So let's get in depth, okay, about the PYPP. Well, it's a personal need-based responsive training that's monthly done. That's kind of job security, to placement in appropriate ministry and government agency. That depends on your background or study as well. Okay, and for access to sophisticated digital laptop, the laptop I'm using now is the property of PYPP. So that's really cool. I'm using the property to promote PYPP as well, so that's the fine. Professional adequate training in workplace, almost no experience is required. Yes, immersion excursion, ongoing engagement for alumni now. So job security, on the other hand, for other jobs, job security is unpredictable. You must be developed your digital skills as many jobs required. You gotta be let's say an expert or professional. You rely on yourself, not the employer. High level of experience is required, okay, for the application. So let's look at the process. The first thing is usually you can have the kind of in-house, or you can say open house link that is virtual. You gotta attend it. You gotta submit your full application materials before the deadline, which I'll talk about it. Shortlist applicants will be contacted and they will be asked or scheduled to do that. Yeah. So basically, those are the things you're going to be doing. As I said, you should expect that you do it as I've explained. Alright, so prepare your application, which is the most important part I want to talk about. So what's the first thing you need to do? Number one, always make sure that your transcript or letter of attestation is ready. That is, your GPA should be 3 point and above. You need 3 letters of recommendation, 1 professional, 1 academic, and 1 personal. Recent police clearance certificate. It shouldn't be older than 6 months, alright? You need them as well. Also, you need to take into consideration your personal essay, which you're going to write, and you should highlight who you want to become, how you want to become, who you want to become, and why you want to become who you want to become as well. Those are things you should take into consideration. Your CV and also a resume, 2 recent passport size photos are needed. Now your CV should be up to date. Don't bring an old CV or past CV. Now you need a motivation letter. That's going to be about 500 words, answering a foreign question. Why do I feel best suited for the President Professional Program? And what qualities would I bring? That, like I previously said, you got to know your path. Okay, so again, you got to be prepared. Be prepared. I want to say it. Be prepared. So shortlisting. How is it done? Or what happens and how does it go? So the first thing is that during the shortlisting, they're going to take into consideration whether your documents are complete, right, as an applicant. So make sure that all your documents are intact. Also, is it that your essay is concise? Does it really convey a concise path, career path? Who do you want to become? Why you want to become? Who you want to become, and so forth? If the answers to these questions are yes, then that means, well, you are on track. What about the age range and the GPA? Is it that you fall in the age range of 18 to 35 years, or is it that the GPA is at least 3 and at most 4? Okay, and in Liberia, our highest GPA is usually 4, but if you have a skill that is 5, you should do the calculation yourself. Okay, so you should fit in this criteria, right? If you cannot do it, it's going to be a little challenging for you because many times people fit it. Now, what about recommendations? Are they valid? This is the place I want to talk about. If you are submitting recommendation, be very careful. Submit it to ask people who are aware of you. What about your career background? They're going to do a career background. I can assure you, these people work almost similar to the embassy. They're going to do a career background. They're going to check your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. What are you posting? What are you engaging in? Are you kind of politician that hunt people, insult people around? Okay, and you're going to fly like that if you're on top of this. Aptitude test 1 and 2, you're going to have a PYPP rating test. Okay, you're also going to have a computer aptitude test. What is it and how to pass it? Okay, well, for the PYPP test, it's usually going to be an essay. Okay, many times from past experiences, you write an essay, and sometimes you are given a topic that you were asked to write on previously in your letter of motivation. So try to practice. Computer aptitude test is basically Microsoft Word. Is like I said, you gotta practice your computer, college computer skills. If it is not college, Microsoft Word is typing in Excel, basic functions calculation like the sum, the sum calculation, average calculation, as well as basic things. PowerPoint and budgeting, you gotta learn them. For the Civil Service Agency CSA test, it's gonna be paper based, but now they are trying to transform it to computer based. So you might be lucky to do it computer based, which is not going to take you much time. You're going to get ease of access of reading, and information is going to be clear, not compared to the paper based. So for the interview, one thing I can assure you is that my interview was much interesting. But for interview, try to practice common interview questions. And here is one question that is always swinging around the corner. Tell me about yourself. Okay, they want to know your short-term plans, your long-term plans, and where really do you see yourself in maybe 5 or 6 years. They also want to know your integrity case scenario. Maybe they're going to give you an integrity case scenario. Let's say you're in a company, you work with a team, and the boss wants to get the money, he wants to do other things, and they want to test whether you, I'm talking about you, whether you are able to withstand that situation. But when you answer the question, you gotta be relaxed. The panel or the panel is not a warlord kind of man. Always sound confident. In my you gotta dress smartly. If you want to wear a coat, fine. If you want to wear something else, but just be professional in your dress code, and at least one question to prove that, well, you are on point, you are following the discussion. So that makes you, it puts you on top of things, it puts you in the mood where you are able to synthesize what you are doing as well. This is the last chance to prove that, well, you are following the discussion. So sometimes people find themselves caught up in a kind of nervous case. Well, what is this question? How am I going to attack it? What are things I'm going to do? And so forth. Always be to yourself. See, that is going to be really fantastic and sweet for you. Now you are relaxed there. You are sitting in that chair and the air condition is on. It's about 16 or 15 degrees Celsius and you are still sweating. What the hell? What's really wrong? So what I'm trying to point out is that you got to be relaxed. I mean, there's no big deal in this world. You got many things to do. Yeah, be relaxed and do your job. Okay? You're soon going to enter into something that's going to make you successful. Maintaining eye contact with the panel. If there are 4 people sitting or you got 2 persons, make sure you maintain eye contact. One easier way is to pretend as if you are looking on the heads of them. Okay, not necessarily. If you just lift your brow up like this, you know, you're going to be like you're looking on top of the head. But if you look like this, but look people in the eyes, there's no space for shamefaced. I mean, this is where you understand fully that you are into something and you are up for something as well. Okay, so I mean, here's one way that I told my story to tell me about it. I started out with my personal life. That was a kind of slight mistake I made. I started with I am blasting blacker and life. And then later on I switched into my career, my academic career. I've taught over 4 years in administration and leadership. And I want to expand. So in 3 years or 2 years from now, I want to have that kind of vast mentoring experience. So one thing I can tell you is always be sure that you can do it. And after the interview, I asked, what's really wrong? You mean I'm not going to get a thing? But well, I did it. Okay, so let's look at the perceptions about the program. Now, a lot of people have different perceptions about the program, how is it going to work, what's going to happen or not. Well, common means it is not in existence since ex-president Sadi is not in power. Many people think that this program is not in existence because the past president is not in power, which is for excellency, ex-president Sadi. To get it, you must pass through someone. Well, that's not true. The program is only for supporters of Sadi government. Wow, no, not everybody. It is a court society and their recruits are all spies. Now people think that all people are spies. This is not true. The program is a scheme. Well, if it is a scheme, ask yourself, are there other people out there in the society? And the answer is yes. Therefore, the program is not a scam. Well, this is wrong because if you keep thinking that the program is for the specific government, you should ask yourself, is the program NGO? If the answer is yes, then that means it's not for a specific government or a specific president. It's for the entire government, just to speed up, to catalyze the efforts of the government as well. The recruitment is merit-based actually. You don't need to know anyone or give anything as a favor. So just trust your ability and capacity. The program is not for special participants, not for citizens, not for UP participants, or even maybe whichever thing you may think of is not for them. But always make sure you are on point. Okay. Here the program is a youth development, does not support courtesan. So this is about courtesan there in society and other things. That is just a mindset. But what truly is that this is a youth-led program. If the program is a scheme, there wouldn't be PYPP in all ministries across the country. Yeah, you will find PYPPs. Now PYPP is referred to President Young Professionals. Okay. So bear in mind that these things are very important. If people are trying to discourage you about the program, always remember that you need something to do. So follow the PYPP today and get a better consult at your dream work. To learn more, visit the website given in the comment section of this video. So you will see the website that will be given when this video is brought to you through Science Mind. Okay, so how to apply, that's the reference down there. And so thank you very much for listening. Again, I want to encourage everyone, try to apply and make sure we succeed. Go there, wish you success.